I'm excited for these, Paul.
I am too.
I'm excited.
I am.
I am excited.
I just don't show my
Quinta
excitement
Barroca.
as much as you do.
Here we go. All right, let's drink some wine. Hi, everyone. This is Paul over here.
And this is Bryan.
And we're the Wine Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
And I've got to say, I'm pretty excited. I'm not a very excited guy, typically.
Not at all.
But I'm really stoked about something. And you know what that is? Beaumont Imports, the company that I represent and work with. We have brought in our first estate from Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty excited about this. So we've been dealing with Spain and with Italy, but now we can say that we also import wines from Portugal. So we've started with a house, Quinta do Romeu, and I have to apologize to all you wonderfully speaking Portuguese fellows and gals that I am not very comfortable speaking with the Portuguese dialect. I can flow with some other things, not really, but Portuguese is a tough language for me to figure out how to pronounce. So I hope I can kind of do somewhat. Don't be offended, and I want to do somewhat justice to this. But Quinta do Romeu is the Meneres family. So this estate goes way back, like to 1874. Mm-hmm. They've been around. So Braganca, again, I hope I'm pronouncing these things right, but in northern Portugal. So Portugal, is kind of on the west side of Spain. And towards the north...
Kind of.
It totally is, actually. It is the west side of Spain. Way up north in kind of the northeast is Braganca and kind of this general area of wine and olives and everything. Just south of there is where the famous Douro River comes through. So it's Douro over in Spain and the Douro River that finishes in Oporto. So this is like port country. So Douro Superiore is this general area, and to its left is the Cima Corgu and Baixa Corgu. Mm-hmm. These three pretty predominant zones of still red table wine of Portugal, and then also where all the famous grapes for port are made. So they all kind of go down the river, and in Oporto you have the big famous estates that make amazing port. So Quinta do Romeu has been doing this for a very long time. Their goal has always been to make outstanding, gorgeous, beautiful expressions of the native varietals of Portugal. So the grapes are crazy. We're dealing with Tinta Roriz, Tinta Barroca, Touriga Nacional, Suzal, Touriga Franca, and all these different varietals kind of traditionally were these big, massive field blends. And these field blends were then just kind of made into wine. Nowadays, they know where everything's at, and they know, okay, well, we have 75% of this, or we have 25% of this.
Sure.
So these are really cool blends coming from the Douro. And this family has been certified organic since 1997. And we just brought in, for the first time, our first three red table wines from Portugal. And I cannot tell you how excited. I'm so excited. This family is very minimalist. They don't like to add any additives. They use very low sulfur additions. Like I said, all organic. They have about 25 hectares of grapes in the. I'm flowing here, Paul. In the Braganca area and the Douro, and then about 125 hectare of olive grove. So lots of olive trees. So all right,
Smells incredible.
the Moinho de Gato. This is their kind of entry, fresh red, no oak aging. Breakdown of grapes. This is the Tinta Barroca, the Tinto Roriz, Touriga Nacional. Yeah, okay, so talk to me.
Well, first of all, I want to mention that
Wow.
almost every Portuguese wine I've ever had is really delicious. I enjoy still Portuguese wines, or non-fortified. I like fortified as well, but typically they're in the 14 to 15 range of alcohol. These are 13 and 12% alcohol.
Which is awesome!
So they're really low alcohol, which is great because you can drink a whole bottle and not feel bad.
And it just goes better with food.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of you might be thinking, like, what do you mean low alcohol is better? Like, more alcohol is more. But no, a little more restrained, a little bit more balanced. How's the palate?
Well, the nose and the palate are so jammy. I mean, blackberry, cherry, raspberry, boysenberry, every berry you can imagine, plus more.
The berries that you never even knew existed also
so
are
good.
best.
But in the palate, really great acid.
Great acid.
And for the low alcohol, there's no greenness, no like underripeness. It's really jammy but restrained at the same time. It's delicious.
Hey, my brother's a little excited right now.
I am a little excited.
This is awesome.
And I don't get as excited as he does as easily.
So now we're talking. Now you know what we mean. No, when we found these guys, we could not be happier. They fit with everything that we think is beautiful in wine. And this Moinho de Gato, really pretty, great little blend, fresh, inviting, easy drinking, and seriously, this is gonna sit maybe $17 on the shelf. Booyah!
Every day. Or all day. I don't know what the saying is.
Both.
All day, every day.
So now we're into their Tinto. So this is still unoaked, red, but kind of getting into more of their Quinta do Romeu line. And so the two that are kind of running and making all the wine, their names are João. That's both father and son. They both have the name of João, the Meneres family. So they're doing some really, really cool stuff. And this, I think it's so intriguing, and I can't wait to actually dive into what each one of these grapes particularly tastes like on their own, because nobody gets to do that very often. But that Touriga Nacional really adds a lot of floral components, and each different grape has a different piece of things. So, this has Tinto Roriz, the Suzão, a little of the Touriga Franca, and it's a cool little blend that is no oak aging. 12% alcohol on this. How's the nose? How's the palate?
Well, it's a little more serious. I would say it's
more
more floral, not nearly as jammy, but it's like it kind of reminds me of like maybe in the Dolcetto Barbera thing from Italy, like that super fresh fruit, but it just has some seriousness to it.
And there's a lot of minerality in that too.
There is, yeah.
These soil types are definitely a lot of shale and granite. The whole northwestern coast of Spain and Portugal is so much granite. That's beautiful.
It's really good.
That's beautiful. And 12% alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm loving it. This is, they don't use, they use more of the Touriga Nacional in this. And they don't use that Suzão, which they, they do have a little bit of Suzão. So I wish I knew all these little intricacies of each grape, but I know that Touriga Nacional kind of adds that really pretty floral component.
Yeah.
And the minerality is really, really fresh. The acidity is gorgeous. These are cool blends.
For sure.
These are super cool blends coming from a small family estate, which is pretty cool. Supposedly, rumor has it, these guys are working on a little pork project. Not quite ready. But when it's ready, I cannot wait. I'm going to be one happy little clam.
Yeah.
That's what I am. Little clam. So now the Reserva. Oh my! It smells awesome.
It smells really good.
Holy cow! So this is the Reserva. So spends a year aging in both French and Portuguese oak, but used oak. So no new oak nuances here, just more kind of integration, the softness, the balance, the development of complexities. What's going on? Oh my! That nose is killer.
Yeah.
What is that? It's like sandalwood.
Sandalwood. I like that. I like that call.
Sandalwood and freshly smushed blueberries.
Yeah.
On the sandalwood.
Yeah, sandalwood sawdust almost. Like it kind of has like that
sprinkled over a blueberry.
I don't even know if I've ever smelled sandalwood, but I'm not even sure what it is. But
really,
I know the candle scent.
Sorry, everybody, I've failed my brother.
I know. Well,
he hasn't smelled candlewood.
Candlewood.
Sandalwood with a candle. Light it up.
Oh wow! But the smell is amazing.
The smell. I don't even want to drink it. It smells so. What's going on in the palate? Because I know you've drank this. You've experienced it far before I did.
It kind of just follows through. I mean, it brings out those like sandalwood or like cedar woody characteristics, but they're not like overbearingly woody. It's really floral and fruity and
long and complex.
incredible.
This is really pretty. Look at you!
I like it.
I'd almost call you me sometimes. I am the older one. There's a lot of influence in this family. So, I am very excited about this. We found a killer little house doing some amazing wine from Portugal.
That is very exciting.
It is very exciting. There some pretty beautiful stuff. So Quinta do Romeu, making killer red. And the grape blend. This is now 75% of that Touriga Nacional, which has that more floral component to it. And then the Suzhou and Touriga Franca. Yes. Yeah.
I like they say elegant, fruity, deep, and long.
That is exactly what this wine is.
What it is.
If you want some elegant, fruity, deep, and long wines, look out for Quinta do Romeu, Bom Vivant Imports' first Portuguese house.
Yeah.
Cheers to that.
Cheers.